let us go to Monkey's uncle. And Monkey's uncle hooked it up with 6 beers and said, the yin-yang of capitalism compliments of the proxy battle scene from the movie Other People's Money. The first scene, Gregory Peck as the company owner, and the second, Danny DeVito as the corporate raider. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Monkey's uncle dropped 6 beers for this. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Monkey's uncle has in store for us. And hold on, wait a minute. It says, Monkey's uncle, dude. It says this. Hold on, it's my bad. I thought it was gone, but it's my bad. Let's go to the first video once again. Monkey's uncle. Here it is. Put the PC shot on. Man, that's a pretty decent speech. Once again, this was Other People's Money, I believe, the movie. I have not viewed that, but let me tell you, it reminds me of Wall Street. I was just watching Wall Street with Mrs. Ghost the other day. Both of them, the first one and the second one. And the Gordon Gekko Greed is Good speech is something that I think that we need to hear, considering we just heard that. Okay? And I think that everyone needs to hear it because it's a beautiful speech, because this is the way every capitalist should be thinking. All right, once again, this is the movie Wall Street. Once again, what you're about to see, and then I'm going to get to the next video, Dono, but this kind of coincides with what we just watched. Here's Teldar Paper. This is obviously a movie. Gordon Gekko wants to take over Teldar Paper, and he has to get the stockholders' permission. Now, the Teldar Paper bureaucracy, the corporate bureaucracy, doesn't want him to do so. So this is he knows how to bring out the best in actors. Whoa, shit, you hear that thunder? Jesus Christ. Anyway, take a listen to fucking Mike Douglas. All the corporate money goes in a corporation. 32 vice presidents, all making $200K a year. If somebody takes over a company like this, you fucking cut this management in more than in half, like by 70%, and just imagine those outgoing $200K salaries are now profit to the corporation. That's how you buy. Look, hold on. And look, this is a very important little soliloquy here. The reason Gordon Gekko can take over companies like this, you heard him in that speech. The last 7 deals in which he was involved in, that he was in charge of, okay, made the people who invested in him a pre-tax of $2.5 billion. So what that means is that people are going to give Gordon Gekko money if he has an idea to take over companies. And that's how these fuckers make their money. That's how these guys from Wall Street make their money. They're not using their own money to fucking buy these corporations. You think that Elon Musk is actually using his own money? The $44 billion is going to come out of his pocket? Absolutely not. It's coming out of all the investors that he's made money already, other people that he's probably hobnobbed with and trusted, and he's using their money. That's how the game works. And if you can make investors money, if you have a track record of making investors money, you will have no problem being able to fund any kind of takeover business, any of that shit. And by the way, B7 for A, you're going to go to sleep. Well, I understand. But remember, I'm talking capitalist shit here, baby. You understand? Companies. I just had to show that, considering that we just saw Monkey's uncle hooking us up with that scene with Other People's Money with Gregory Peck and Danny DeVito. Cheers to Monkey's uncle, and thank you very much for donating that, because I think there's a lot of people that need to hear this. We're about to head into one of the most recession-based times. I think it may even be worse than 2009, if you want my opinion, because not only are we going to be hit, this is global. This is fucking global, dude. I mean, this is going to hit everybody. And by the way, I don't know if y'all saw this, but Goldman Sachs, and by the way, you should listen to whatever the fuck Goldman Sachs says, JP Morgan, these are, this is how you prognosticate shit in the market. I've been saying for a long time here in the past year that China is on the brink of economic collapse. And finally, Goldman Sachs is finally starting to recognize this and said, Goldman Sachs expects more China real estate defaults, switches to bear case. So that means that China, who was once the stalwart of international investment, has now become financially toxic because they're beginning to see every real estate company, which was a scam, by the way. I don't know if you've read or watched the videos of China and their ghost cities. The whole real estate market is a joke. But you all heard of Evergrande. Evergrande is the largest real estate company in China. And I'd like for everybody to recognize that China's real estate market takes 27% of their GDP. Okay, that's almost 30% of their GDP invested in their own real estate market. And if, for whatever reason, we see a domino effect of defaults in those real estate companies, specifically Evergrande, not only does China fall, every market falls. I mean, how many fucking mutual funds and retirement funds and you name it from all across the world are invested in China? The contagion of China could potentially branch out globally and start affecting the financial institutions of Western fucking banking and financial institutions all across the world. On top of which, folks, I've talked about that the reason the crypto market is going to crash, and we already saw it do it halfway. I think that crypto is going to lose 90%. It's going to lose 90% of its value, and it's almost there. It's already lost 60% of it. And what's going to be the killer, in my opinion, is when these goddamn Chinese real estate companies default. The Tether, the so-called stable coin, is going to collapse. And when Tether collapses, that's the end of the market. And I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to disappear or anything to that nature. I don't think it's going to zero. I think, in my opinion, Bitcoin may reach to 1,000. It could be lower, though, but it's going to reach around 1,000. And wherever it settles, whether it's above or below 1,000, it will never be the price it was back in last November, right? Last November was the peak. So I'm telling you all right now, and hey, Walmart Bill Cooper, you want to believe Tether? We're only taking their word for it. They only released it because they had to. They said, look, we're moving away from commercial paper. How the fuck are you going to move away from commercial paper? Who bought that shit? Who in their right mind purchased the commercial paper that they were holding in a fucking defaulting market in China? They're fucking lying, dude. This is an unregulated market. They could put out whatever the fuck they want. There's no regulatory bodies. There's nothing. They're just saying that to prevent their shit from becoming the next Terra Luna, for fuck's sake. So it's over, dude. I just want to let everybody know that, look, everything I do on Twitter, and I'm fairly serious on Twitter. I'm doing that in hopes of anybody who actually listens to the broadcast. I'm trying to help them navigate a very serious fucking time that's about to happen. It's going to be fucking horrible. Anyway, let us continue, folks. I got a whole bunch of, video donos. It's fucking thundering out here, so I better hurry up. But thank you once again to Monkey's Uncle. And, that donation inspired a bunch of soliloquies that I hope people actually listen to, man.